Viewers and subscribers, Dancehall Critics, they are with you once again, people. Today I come to talk about an article that I found on Jamaica Gleaner where involved Jamil. You understand what I say, people? But before I go any further, I want to know if I also remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. That way you get the instant notification each time Dancehall Critics drop a content. People, let's get right in it. Watch out now.
Gonna live for you, I'm a right on, yeah. She am a ride or die, I'ma love it, baby, when you're right.
So people, that one the name Lights Off, Jamil latest release, people. I not lie to you, don't know Jamil style, Jamil flow. A bad singer. You saw me I say another one, I not lie to you, the rough is a shame. Bad song, go and check out Lights Off. You saw me I say, it give you rotted vibes. You see me? So check that out. So let me get right back into what I really come to talk about. Me see an article posted on Jamaica Gleaner. It titles Jamil urges Revamp. And it says recording artists, of course. Recording artists. People will benefit from a little introspection. You see what I say? So people, what me plan for do right now, I just talk about this, read the article, and just kind of discuss some things where, you know what I say, as far as just my personal addition to what the article I say. You see what I say? Or me can just probably kind of dissect some other things, you know what I say, in my own words. You get to me I deal with people, so I could continue. The article reads thus, viewers, subscribers, saying, recording artists, locally and internationally, have been treading the musical waters with caution. Several have even decided to shelve major projects such as album launches until the industry sees some level of normalcy returning. Jamil Foster, better known as Sing J Jamil, is doing the opposite. While social distancing at home in Jamaica due to the pandemic for the past several weeks, Jamil has been putting the the final touch on his sophomore EP titled Revamp. So people, right, that's how we get to understand, say, yo, you know what I say, this is a form of promoting, you know what I say, your EP, you know what I say, where it is scheduled for be released, of course, this year, I would assume. You know what I say, people? So I could read on. Produced by Patriots Music, his label, and Akeem Bingham for Quantinum Records, who created a buzz approximately 5 years ago with the artist Gain the World single. So we don't know about that part there, and we see say Jamil a launch out with theme own, you know me I say, theme own label. You so me I say, people. So that right there, so I create a little bit more of a revenue stream for you. So you increase your revenue, you expand right there, so and you grow as well. That's a way to tell me. You understand, I deal with people. So that right there says a good look. And speaking of which, I believe also pertaining to the war with Jamil and Chronic Law recently, I believe say yo Jamil kind of do that strategically also, as a way of kind of pushing his label. Because if you notice, majority of the songs them were released as far as this track were in response to Chronic Law. Most of those tracks were produced by Patriots Music. Just to point that out. You know what I say? So that is a good look. For you say you try push your thing, you know. You know what I say? And I try, you know what I say, grow and build the whole entrepreneurial image there. You get what I say? So that's a good look right there, so. So I'm continue. Slated for release on May 29th, the 5-track EP, which will be distributed by Happilus, features music written and recorded during the last 4 weeks under lockdown, which Jamil says has been a good time for improvement, not only for recording artists like himself, but the world as a whole. And that part they also kind of, you know, coincide or tie into the whole idea of introspection. You see what I say, people? So, you know, something for kind of do like a soul search, like a internal digging. You know what I say? A kind of the idea that I get. You see me? He said, over the past few weeks in quarantine, I have realized that many of my fans and people in general are complaining about having to stay inside and the inability to party at their own leisure. But I want to urge people to use this time wisely. And there's a section of the article that says that titles Life Experience. The Better Tomorrow Sing J said that each song on his EP is unlike those released over weeks of escalated feuding with dancehall DJ Chronic Law, speaking most to the introspection of one's self and life experience. Don't allow the pandemic to make you panic. Look within yourself and reset as the EP titled Revamp. So me I say. So basically, I'm try to say, yo, the understanding of what me I get is the idea of this EP is aimed at, you know, me I say, kind of pushing the message of people, look into yourself, do look soul searching, look into yourself and figure out ways how you as an individual can basically replenish yourself and grow. A sense of regrowth, a sense of rebirth. You know, me I say, a sense of rebuilding. You see what I say? But one have to focus on oneself. I kind of the idea that I get when it come on to that, you see me? So it must say basically the moment that people have to just kind of find some time for kind of look within themselves and make the necessary improvement, them necessary, you know what I say, for uplift you and of course create a greater benefit, you know, for you and your family, of course. You see me? So I'm gonna continue reading. Look within yourself and reset or as the EP title, Revamp. Whether it's your business, your relationship, or as you are, or you as a person, a mother, father, improve. So basically, what me just you know, as I say, are the same thing. So me gather the understanding just from reading just the first couple parts of the thing. You see me, but me I go read on so I can follow and understand what me I say as well. You see what I say? So basically, I try to say, yo, you just have to work on different ways of improving on yourself, become a better you. Only way how we can do this is to make the conscious effort of going inside and looking at ourselves internally to make that change. Like I said earlier, there are a handful of artists in music whose legacy have sparked a blaze behind a generation of current and future musicians. And Jamil, with just one album and 2 EPs, has secured his legacy as one of those voices that will be etched in the minds of reggae and dancehall listeners for years to come. His fans will get an insight into the musical offering with EP's lead single, Lights Off, like I had also mentioned initially, viewer subscribers, this week. With this EP, I share some new sides and some experience which allowed me to refocus on the revamp, he said. You see what I say? So I guess even just the whole idea, people, even the way I'm construct that whole slide there and the whole content structuring and mind content structuring, me never even know say it would have kind of work just the way how the whole article read. Because I kind of structure my slides and stuff prior to reading the entire article. So it worked well. You see what I say? And I'm not gonna lie to you. Relating to what Jamil mentioned, you saw me I say as far as the whole idea of revamping, I definitely agree. This is a time where I have to really dig deep within myself and I say use the opportunity of a question yourself, challenge yourself, ask yourself whole heap of different questions. You see me I say? Because what if you have an end goal? What if you have some kind of objective where we are trying to attain or where we are trying to acquire? You see me I say? Of course we don't know the majority of we have the immediate responsibility of a wife and a kid are just children and just just responsibility, your car, your insurance and all these little things, your local utilities, all them things. But we have to also put into perspective how we are gonna enjoy our life. You know what I say? Or which way we are gonna find, which road we are gonna, I say, either we are gonna cut that road, or we are gonna carve out that, I say, in order to make it work for we. Essentially, they are kind of some of the thoughts them what we feel use for engulf our mind at this particular time. The fact that we have that time to think, I say, for be by ourselves. You know what I say? And quite honestly, despite the fact that we do have distractions still remain despite the pandemic, we still have a lesser amount of distraction because we don't necessarily have that amount of as a people interaction, people and those different events and things for draw you in. You see what I say? So I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't wait for listen to Revamp. I love listen Lights Off. That is a typical Jahmiel style. You get what I say, people, but not because I say typical mean nothing belittling or small. It's a bad song. You see what I say? The idea of it, the concept, you see what I say, the delivery as well. I'm not gonna lie to you, I like it. You see what I say? So I want Uno to go and go check that out. I urge Uno like how Jamil I urge Uno. You see what I say, for Revamp. You see what I say? So I'm not gonna lie to you, people. Good body at work, I expect. You see what I say? Because Jamil is a properly polished artist or a good entertainer. You see me? And for him ideas them, the fact him is a good sing a very heartfelt artist. You know, me expect a good delivery, something we can definitely be entertained by and amused or amazed by rather, because I'm not gonna lie to you, remember the man have such a voice, you see me, of eloquence and you see me, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. But people, real words Jamil utter, and I'm not gonna lie to you also, he must make some serious sense, and it's not a bad thing for urge, you know, the society at large for try for, you know, revamp and for think within on yourself and for take a moment for, you know what I say, for think within as it relates to the whole idea of introspection. You see me? So remember to subscribe to the channel if you are subscribers. This is all I'm going to discuss with you at this particular juncture. I'm going to talk about some other artists and some other things in a different review. But remember, Jamil have a whole heap for say, and look out for him new EP. You saw me as a people titled Revamp. I Dancehall Critics, people, and that's all I have to discuss with you today. I'm out.